Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I styled my fine but wavy/curly hair. This isn't air dried, it is diffused, so if you're curious, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with soaking wet hair. I usually don't do my makeup first just because it is best to do your hairstyling on wet hair when it's fresh out the shower. So I just kind of, if I ever have to do my makeup first, I put my hair up in a little clip as soon as I get out so that, and I don't brush it yet, I just let all the water stay in. So a lot of people think that you aren't supposed to brush your hair when you have curly hair because it makes it frizzy, which is true, but only when it's dry. So it is important to brush your hair before you start styling your curls because otherwise you're not smoothing it out before it dries. So that also will increase your frizz. Like right now, you know, there's a bunch of random pieces of small hairs that would be frizzy if they just dried like this. So first, you're going to want to take your soaking wet hair down. I also kind of just clip it back when I'm doing all my lotions, you know, my skincare routine, since I'm not trying to get right into styling my hair the second I step out of the shower. Also, I must know I always try to dress beforehand because I noticed when I started doing curly hair styling, it can increase your back acne if you have like curl cream that's sitting on your bare back. So try to remember that if you have curl cream that's just sitting in there, don't let it just sit on your bare skin. So this is the hairbrush that I use. It's just very basic and plastic. However, if you are like extremely curly haired, I'm not like Miss Kinky Curls. I have more wavy curly. So I know the curly community can be easily triggered by girls that don't have curls calling their hair curly, but I would definitely define mine as more wavy. However, some girls, a brush like this might be a little better. This is from Bounce Curl. It's supposed to help separate your curl strands as you're like brushing it. I don't care for this brush that much for my hair. I feel like it's easier to brush my hair with this brush. But see how wet it is? And try to go from the bottom up so that you're not ripping your hair. So like, start at the bottom. If your hair is very tangly, start at the bottom. And I don't necessarily rinse all of my conditioner out. I leave just a little bit in, only on the ends obviously, to help with smoothing and styling my waves. We'll just call them waves since I've even gotten into straightening my hair again now that I finally have my curly hair routine down, which is kind of not good because that literally just, you know, does exactly what you're not supposed to do. Straightening your hair all the time will kind of mess up your curls, which is why in high school I always used to try to style my hair like all my curly hair friends, but it was extremely wavy straight. My hair has always been awkward until I finally learned how to embrace my waves, but I wasn't styling it straight. So anyway, to kind of get the part, we all have a natural part, but try to, once you get most of the tangles out, you can brush your hair back like that, and I just kind of push it up. And you see how it just naturally made that part? So I'm just going to brush that out. And I always brush my hair straight before it gets curly. Some people that have really thick hair may kind of like pre-divide their hair, if that makes sense, into like little curls and kind of do this number. For me, my hair is just so thin that, you know, just putting the product in kind of separates it enough. Now, I use very minimal products. I'm not one of those curly girlies that uses all of the products. I usually stick to one curl cream and one heat protectant. My budget-friendly curl cream that I love is Garnier. My sister just got me a nicer curl cream, which I just recently tried, is Amika. Finally, we have the Chi Barbie heat protectant. I did not have any heat protectants in mind that I've liked in the past, so I just tried this new one because I know Chi is a good brand, and wow, like I almost feel like this makes my hair curlier it's so weird because when I forget to use it, my curls look less defined. So if you have curly hair, like this stuff is amazing. I'm obsessed, and the packaging is so freaking cute. So less talking before my hair dries. We need to get some cream in there. I go pretty heavy. I feel like some people say that doing too much weighs it down, but I feel like doing a lot for my hair kind of helps keep them smooth and less frizzy, because otherwise it just looks like a frizzy mess. So I just kind of lean forward and I lightly scrunch in. You want to hear that squish sound. The squish sound will indicate that your hair is wet enough for you to be scrunching it, because otherwise, if it's not, you're creating frizz. So try going with both hands and hear that squish. And wow, you can already see it's starting to do its little wavy, curly thingy. I always try to pay special attention to underneath my neck, because that's kind of where your hair is weighed on the most, and it gets kind of squished by your neck, if that makes sense. It's very delicate, at least for my fine hair. They tend to be the most delicate little curls. Next, I am going to put the heat protectant in. So I kind of just spray it all over my whole head. And then, like I said, underneath the neck, very important place. I'm already starting to see them do their little spirally thingy, which is good. I was a little worried since I've straightened my hair so much, but it seems like they're still intact, my little wavy curls. Now, finally, you will need a hairdryer, but not just any hairdryer. You have to have this attachment. Most of us throw these away because what are they used for, right? Well, it's used for this. It's used for diffusing your curls. So just put that on there. So before I get started, so you can actually hear me, you're going to start on the root of your hair because that takes the longest to dry. So you're not even going to really touch your curls at first. You're just going to kind of get in your root and hover around your curls and start creating what they call a casting. So it's kind of like when your curls are starting to get kind of hard looking and kind of shiny, that's when the product is starting to really dry and solidify. And you want your curls to cast or dry before you start scrunching them out, because if you scrunch it out before, that is what creates the frizz. I get a little impatient, and plus I kind of like it to look a little bit more fluffy than too perfect curls, if that makes sense. So I kind of go in diffusing a little bit earlier, but yeah, that's basically the concept. You dry it first at your root, and then you're going to hover over your curls and create that casting. Once it's about 80% dry, that's when you start scrunching it out. There you go. I almost forgot. One last thing. You want to put your blow dryer on low at first, so you're not doing your full high heat, but low blow, if that makes sense. So you're not blowing your hair to where it's creating frizz. You're just drying it. Alright. I am feeling my scalp. Make sure everything's dry. Kind of running my fingers through it. And I'm going to flip it to kind of give it a little body and break some of those curls up. If you want your curls to last longer, say you like sleeping with your curls in a silk cap or something to preserve them, it's best not to break them up. But I like washing my hair every day, so it doesn't matter if it lasts till tomorrow. And here we are. That is how I style my wavy/curly fine hair. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Also, maybe leave a comment, do you think my hair is defined as curly or wavy? I personally think it's a curly wavy combo. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, go ahead and find me on there. I post daily fashion and beauty inspo.